Well, one thing I've noticed the last few days, watching some people on Facebook and how they're interacting about the 2012 Iowa caucus candidates, is that old habits do die hard. Let's just go back and take this from the top. What is the purpose of a caucus? What is the purpose of a primary? You would think we would learn this lesson, especially after this last gubernatorial primary we had, where we missed an opportunity to nominate somebody that would have really challenged the system with something bold, and instead ended up nominating somebody who actually is a champion of the system against us. He just happens to be the Republican champion of the system. And the truth of the matter is, Chet Culver's numbers were so poor that any Republican who managed to stay away from the nose candy and out of another woman's bedroom was probably going to beat Chet Culver. You didn't have to go and nominate the winner, which is really the guy who has the most money, and most of the time the guy who has the most money isn't really the winner, but the biggest loser, because he got that money from the kind of people that are going to try to pressure him not to do what most of you watching this video would like to see him do when in office. That is, stand, for what's morally righteous in the Constitution. So I'm starting to see this language creep into the conversation again about the Iowa caucuses. Well, we need somebody that can beat Obama. No, actually, you don't. If this election in 2012, if the general election in 2012 is a referendum on who the Republicans nominated for president, Barack Obama is going to be reelected. That's just simple political science 101. Elections have to be a referendum on the incumbent if you're going to take an incumbent out. That's conventional wisdom from time immemorial. Just ask John Kerry, because he couldn't make the election a referendum on George W. Bush, despite the fact W had only a 50% approval rating. Instead, Karl Rove and George W. Bush made the election a referendum on John Kerry. Well, who won that battle? If next election we're discussing how right-wing the Republican candidate is and how divided the Republican base is against a more moderate candidate, then I can promise you this. You're going to watch Barack Obama in January of 2013 standing up there at the Capitol steps taking the oath of office again. This has to be a referendum on Barack Obama. You don't need to start comparing the Republican candidates to Barack Obama. If you're doing that right now, do the rest of us trying to save this country a favor. Don't vote in the Iowa caucuses. Stay home. You're the problem. You're why we have governors like Terry Branstad and nominees for president like John McCain in the first place. Stay home. We don't need your kind. Now, as for the rest of you that actually want to get somebody who's, good. If you want somebody good, do not compare the Republican candidates to Barack Obama. Compare the Republican candidates to each other. Barack Obama's poll numbers are in the toilet. He's going to need all that $1 billion in his war chest that he has. Therefore, because his approval numbers are so low, you may have a chance next year to get somebody elected president who in the past few cycles could not have possibly gotten elected president when conservatives were on the defensive. Now Barack Obama may be on the defensive. So nominate somebody that is truly a champion of your platform and the Constitution. And you'll get that person by comparing them to the rest of their peers. I saw somebody post this on Facebook recently. Well, I don't want to make the election, a nitpicky battle about who's the most pro-life. Actually, that's exactly what you want to make the Iowa caucuses about. You want to pit these Republican candidates against one another, and may the best man win. Turn this baby into a steel cage match, battle royale, man. 7-minute or 6-minute a chick, and one man or one chick it leaves. That's the way it ought to be. Whoever spills the most blood and kills off everybody else, that's the one you're looking for to take up against the potentate currently in the White House. If you're already comparing these candidates to Barack Obama, then you've already lost. You want a winner? Not a loser. A winner. A real winner. A champion. Then compare them to one another. Pit them against one another. And may the most righteous, the gutsiest, and most constitutional candidate win. Thank you for joining us today at stevedeace.com. If you like what you heard, or maybe if you didn't, feel free to email us, steve@stevedeace.com. You can also find me on Facebook at Stephen Deace, or follow me on Twitter at Steve_Deace. God bless.